Okie Ita Mexico. Good day. It is Sunday, the Sun's Day, the 15th of January 2023 in the lunar cycle. Misamiko Gomiatos, the long night's moon. We're almost done with that third of our 7 winter lunar cycles, and today I'm on a bit of an adventure, and we got a kind of a late start. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm headed out to Pavan Park to set my kayak in the water, cross the river, and paddle upstream to what extent I can. I don't know what the conditions will be at Pavan. I haven't really checked it. I don't know what potential I have to actually paddle far upstream, but this morning in my walk and talk at Alexandra Wilderness Park, which is the upstream park from Pavan, I saw what I believe is a goose, or not a goose, a swan carcass. There was that swan, that lone swan, and there was a lone snow goose. So it might be one or the other, but it looks like the swan, and if it's the swan, it's potentially useful for the Horn Society. My friend Les has been asking me if I come across a swan skin to collect it and preserve it for him for the leaders bundle of the Horn Society, which comes from Scarface, which we may or may not get into today, but in a very important origin story in the tradition of Blackfoot religion or spirituality. And the swans are celebrated, and they're part of this bundle. And so if it's a swan skin, I need to collect it, which is why I'm going through the effort in the middle of winter in sub-zero temperatures, it's 2 degrees below zero, to pull on my kayak and have a bit of an adventure and go out and see if I can collect it. So that's what we're up to today. I have other news that I might share. Yeah, I probably should. Just updates, regarding last week's post and where things are at this point. But we'll get to that out on the water. A lot of ice still. Everything's a mess right now. My life. I'm trying to get Britt out of my house today. Completely. Last week, I think when I made my report, I said that we were going to try to work it out together, like not as a couple but as roommates for a little bit. It's not working. Too jealous. Can't take it. I told her she's got to get out today. I'm kind of hoping that she takes care of that business while I'm out here. I just do my thing and she can do hers. I'd like to kayak all the way there, but the river's pretty fast. I'm not making good time. I'd probably be better off just going to the other shore and walking it. I think that's what I'll do. There was a pair of eagles up here this way this morning. I'm not seeing them in any of the treetops yet, but it's a little foggy. They might be up here. Shouldn't be too much further to get to that swan carcass. I've been hiking a little ways though on this ice. Took one spill. Not surprising. Not like I got cleats or nothing. I think it's good to learn to take a spill. Well, here we are. Pretty sure the carcass is out here on the edge, along with a lot of other carcasses. We probably got 30 dead geese right here, because the river had stopped here when it was iced over, and so there was a break and the carcasses piled up. But I'm pretty sure right out here at the very edge, we saw what I think is the carcass of the swan. I might be wrong. Might be gone. Might have, because now here amongst them, what I'm thinking I was looking at appears to be a goose carcass. Look at all these bodies though. This has been a terrible winter. A really, really terrible winter. I mean, I don't even know how I feel about picking up a swan carcass, if there was one, from this context. Because I almost feel like it would be bad luck to have the skin of a swan that had died in this kind of situation. Yeah, this is a goose. Oh wait, what I was looking at this morning is over here. Hold on. We might have a swan carcass yet, but the question is, how old is it? You know, I saw it alive 2 weeks ago. That's 2 weeks ago. Ah, fuck. I hope I don't break through here. It looks deep. I'm gonna go back on the ice and kind of go around. It looks deep. And I don't need to be getting wet. All these bodies. This is really the craziest shit I've ever seen in terms of a disease that's taking out animals. I mean, I've been through a outbreak of canine distemper amongst the raccoons, but it is nothing like this. This is right crazy. See if we can, well, I know I can access it. I might have to take off my boots if it's too deep and wade to it, and that's okay too. I'm not afraid at this temperature really to do that if that's what it's gonna take. The Christmas bird count numbers for the city, by the way, were way down all over the place. Although there were some record numbers, like for partridges, which surprises me, because I would think they'd be affected by the avian flu, but our partridge numbers were pretty high. All right. Can I get across this in my boots? I don't think so. And that carcass is out there. I think I'm gonna have to, well, maybe right along this bar of gravel here. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. See what my boots are tall, but they're not that fucking tall. Oh yes. Oh no. I got a little water in my boot. Beavers have been active out here. Wah. Yeah, there's another spill. That ice is pretty slick here on the river. I'm gonna skirt around it. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, it's kind of desiccated, it looks like. It's fairly desiccated. Probably a week dead at least. I'm gonna bag it, take it with me, and let my friend know he can come grab it if he wants. But it's not in great condition. It's not newly dead. I've been monitoring, I've been looking for it. In case it died, I was gonna do this, but This is actually the first indication I've seen of other species being affected. There's a golden eyes, 2 of them, dead here at the break. There's probably more. This is the water that is our drinking water for the city. I got all kinds of crazy stuff happening in my life right now. You know, my report last week regarding my relationship. I talked about how we were going to try to work it out as friends so that Britt could roommate with me for a little bit, help herself out, you know. But I'm too much a jealous guy. And she already lined up a relationship, you know, before our thing was done. And so, like, I got word Friday that from a friend that she was at a party with her new boy, and a boy. So good luck with that. And so I told her get her stuff and get out now. It's done, you know. That's when it's done, for sure, right? Like, it'd be different if we had an agreement, an open relationship, and we were talking about it, where we knew what was up with each other. Like, Chelsea and I used to have that kind of relationship. That's why we're still on good terms. But not what's going on. Not what's going on with Britt. On top of that, I'm a little bit worried that I'm gonna have to quit my job. I might have to resign, and that's 2/3 of my income. But it's kind of looking that way because I was given an ultimatum on Friday by the director in Medicine Hat. She told me I need to choose between whether I want to be I need to make a career choice. Do I want to be a wildlife specialist, or do I want to work at Sawmiss? Because I came in Friday, I caught a skunk in the morning, and I had a 9 o'clock appointment. I didn't think I smelled that bad, but one of my workmates is sensitive in that way, and I mean, it's just not a place. I'm not an office guy, right? I'm really not. Might as well face it. The problem is I don't have a gig for winter that'll allow me to pay my bills. But I feel like I might have to resign, or I'm gonna if I get fired, then there's no chance of getting EI, and I could at least use the employment insurance that I've paid into during the transition. So I know all this shit is on my mind. This carcass might be too old. I mean, it feels heavy, unlike a real bird, like heavier than a bird is supposed to be, so it's waterlogged and gross. But I don't know. I'll see if Les wants it or not. At least it got me out of the house, and I'm hoping that while I'm out here, Britt's moving her stuff. Told her she has to get all of her stuff out today. I'm done with that relationship. It's a slippery walk here on the ice, but it's preferable to the land, surprisingly enough. The living geese are coming in off of the stubble fields, looking for places to land here. They're not exactly happy that I'm hanging out, but I'll be out of their hair quick enough. It's hundreds of them wanting to come in. That's fall number 3, twice on video now. Gotta be willing to fall. Gonna be on this ice. So I guess the battery ran out in my little Sony cam. The fisheye lens cam that I use for most of my video. So I didn't take any more coming off the ice. But in any case, I don't know whether this is a successful mission or not, but we do have a swan in the back of my truck. I'm gonna see if the horns want it. If they do, good. If they don't, it's cool. I'm doing my best for what's available. It's an ugly scene out here. It's a bad winter for me, for the geese, especially for the geese. My God. But it looks like it's affecting some other species now. The golden eyes are dying. If the eagles and magpies and stuff that are eating off of these dead birds start dying, that'll just be a wicked disaster. I haven't seen evidence of that happening yet. I've yet to come across an eagle carcass, so I think in that respect we're okay. They must have a strong gut, but it's not good what's going on here. And it's not good what's going on in my life, but it is what it is.